Hello everybody, this is the inspiration for this week's furniture flip. We need a TV stand. I love these ones with the curved ends. They are usually too deep for our space though. We need something quite shallow. Let's see what we can come up with on a budget. So I bought these two CD/DVD towers for 15 euros each, and I'm going to make them into my own TV unit. These are perfect because most TV cabinets are way too deep for our space. I'm starting by unscrewing the base. For what I have in mind, I need to get all of this stuff in the bottom out. This part was actually quite fun. I've always enjoyed disassembling things. Even as a kid, I always had the urge to disassemble all my toys. After the base, I took out these plastic shelf dividers that would have held the CDs. With the CD towers being 15 euros each, the total cost of the cabinet won't be more than about 50 euros, so I'm really happy with that. I wanted to get out this last shelf because it formed a kind of a pocket in there and that it would just collect dust. Now here I am trying to decide how to join these two cabinets. First option was to leave this open shelf in the middle. It just felt too busy because the doors were already so detailed. Like this, I felt it was too long compared to the shallowness of the unit. So I decided to make them a little bit shorter and saw off the toe kicks. Now, since I was joining two cabinets, I was gonna need to paint them too to mask the joint. That meant the doors were going to need to be painted as well. So I needed to take out this mesh fabric, and boy was it on there. It took a while, but it came out. To join the two cabinets, I started by applying a generous amount of wood glue. Then I clamped them together as best I could. I was really trying to get them straight and flush together. It wasn't easy, and it was definitely not a pretty job. Once the glue had dried, I put in several screws with the clamps still on. And only when I was sure that nothing was going to move, I took out the clamps. Here you can see how bad that joint is. I'm trying to work really fast because Bondo hardens so fast. And I already know I'm going to have to do several coats to get it looking seamless. Just before painting, I'm scrubbing it really well again and then giving it a good scuff sanding. First coat of primer going on, and this cabinet sort of has several sides to it, so I had to keep flipping it. Now I love dark colors, but I chose a light color for this because of the long vertical surface. I just don't want to be wiping off dust every hour. Then it was time to paint the doors, and I started by scrubbing them really well and then giving them a good scuff sanding. Then I made sure they were dust free. I couldn't paint the doors when they were lying flat because the little rods would stick to each other when the paint was drying. So, to get them separated, I put saran wrap on this basket and attached the door on with some double-sided tape. Then I gave them a coat of primer. With every coat, I tried to keep the layers as thin as possible so that the door wouldn't lose its ability to bend. I've had this piece of fabric for a while. I bought it from a flea market for €1 and I thought it would be nice for this cabinet. Since I had to paint the wood, it'll bring back some of the natural organic feel. I'm cutting it to size as precisely as possible. To attach it, I'm using double-sided carpet tape. The package said it's extra strong hold. I'm just cutting them to the right size for the rods on the doors. I did test this method before cutting them all and it holds super well, so it was time to put them on. To attach the fabric, I peeled one tape at a time to make sure the fabric was going in straight. You can't stick the fabric on the tape and then take it out and reattach because the tape loses its hold. You have to get it right with one go. Then it was finally time to put the doors back in. We attached the cabinet to the wall with white L brackets. It worked really well and you can't see the brackets at all. Then I drilled some holes for the TV cords. After some small finishing touches, the cabinet is ready for reveal.